We continue to seek public assistance in relation to a homicide that occurred in 2012. In the early morning hours of Friday, May 25th, 2012, a man was shot while sitting in his dark green Ford Bronco in the 4300 block of 19th Avenue Southeast. He was discovered by a female associate at approximately 1:15 a.m. The Office of the Chief Medical Examiner determined Kather EL-KHATIB, 56 of Calgary, died as a result of a shooting. We are re-releasing a photo of EL-KHATIB as well as a similar looking vehicle to the one he was in. Posters asking for information from the public have recently been circulated and distributed in the area the homicide took place. Anyone who has information on this incident or the whereabouts of the victim prior to his death is asked to call police or Crime Stoppers anonymously. And I'll take your questions.
Often when you ask the public for help, people think, oh, yeah, I saw him 2 days before that, but that's got nothing to do with this, or only for 5 minutes. Is any detail too small
Yeah.
or at this point, or are you looking for everything?
So what we find is that people who may have seen something don't contact the police because they believe that we may have the information already or that their information is insignificant. And I can tell you there is no such thing as insignificant information. Even the smallest detail can assist us with moving this investigation forward.
When you say female associate discovered him, can you say, was she going to meet him? Would she happen to be walking by and said, oh, I know that guy?
This girl was an acquaintance of the victim. She was with the victim prior to the shooting. She had left and then returned and found him deceased.
So when she left, he was in the spot that...
When she left, he was still in the vehicle, and when she returned, he was in the vehicle deceased.
Can you tell us if the deceased was known to city police at all?
I can't comment on the victim's background.
What's the vehicle, like being this was 2 years old, they might have answered this question 2 years ago, but was the car in front of his house or somebody's house?
It wasn't.
Just random?
It wasn't in relation to his residence. He did not live in that area. He happened to be parked in the area, and he had met with this acquaintance. They were together. She left for a short period of time, returned, and he was found deceased at that time.
Any reason he would have been targeted?
And that's what we're trying to determine through the course of our investigation. At this point, we're following up a number of investigative avenues, but we believe it is the point to raise the public profile of this investigation to encourage anyone who may have information to contact the Calgary Police.
So just so I'm clear, there's nothing to indicate why he would have been targeted?
We do not have a motive, and through this appeal, we're hoping we'll get information that will assist us in identifying the motive.
Was this vehicle in a residential area, or was it a business area?
It's in a residential area.
So would it have looked at a place, or would it just have...
I don't think it would have looked out of place. There would have been other vehicles parked in the area.
When is the last time that you had any movement on this file? Like, why now are you bringing this back up?
We feel that we're at the point that it's time to raise the public profile in this investigation. We released posters recently. We didn't receive any information as a result of that. We're continuing to investigate and explore avenues, but we feel that we need further information to assist us with moving this file forward.
Is there anything else you can tell us about Mr. EL-KHATIB? Did he live and work in Calgary? Was he visiting our city? Was he gainfully employed? Did he have
Yeah, I can't comment on the victim's background.
The girl that he met, it wasn't like a paid-for friend, was it?
This was an acquaintance of his. They knew each other, and they had spent time together.
So the time that this occurred pretty early in the morning, does that make it difficult for any eyewitnesses possibly coming forward?
It does. Certainly, there would not be as many people out on the streets at that time. But having said that, we believe that there are people with information, and it's quite possible somebody did see something, but they just haven't reported it to police for a number of reasons.
Did anyone hear the gunshot?
We spoke to a number of people in the area at the time of the incident, and we did have people who heard a noise.
Is the area known for high activity at this time of the day?
I'm not aware of that area specifically.